This is Casey Chesnutt. You're watching Strike TV.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Strike TV. Angela here. Today we've got a really special guest here on the show. He's a proud dad, a proud veteran with the Marines, traditional Texas red dirt artist, and he grew up in the 90s era watching his dad make a big impact in country music. But he's paving his own road and is passionate about his music. Mr. Casey Chesnutt, how are you doing, Casey?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks so much for participating and hanging out and letting us talk to you today.
No, it means the world. Yeah, I know. I know we've been kind of playing cat and mouse with trying to find the right time, but lined up today perfectly because we just so happened to be driving. So it's and I got my drummer driving right now, so that actually frees me up.
I was about to say, you're driving too, boy. You are talented.
Yeah, no, I wish I could do both these things, but no, it's nice to sit back here and hang out in the AC now that we got it working.
Right. Hey, so tell me, what was it like growing up in Texas with your dad, Mark Chesnutt, topping the country charts? How was
It was
that?
cool. For the most part, when I was a kid, it was all a baseline for me. So nothing really. I didn't notice how different my situation was until I went to school, and kids were really interested in wanting to get to know me because their parents had found out who I was, and later on from there, the older I got, the more people started coming around that I recognized from the radio and TV, it really took going to a couple of his shows too, to truly understand that. But I wanted to be just like him. I wanted to get out there and play songs and make people happy and have fun doing it. And so far, that's all I've done. And I've had an absolute blast with these guys,
Right.
doing that. But it's fun because we can do the songs and they sound just like him. Obviously,
Right.
he's
Yep.
a major influence, and he's a major influence in my life, and so everything we do does sound similar, and people hear it and they talk about that. But we really take pride in also doing our own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of go back and forth between the nostalgia of 90s country music and the energy of rock and roll and Texas country and red dirt. We just get up there and we have fun. We have fun doing it, and it's been a blast, especially doing it with his last name. People really get a kick out of that.
Right. Well, I know being influenced by Mark, but you also have a big influence in the Texas music artists. I understand early on. So who were some of those Texas artists that you looked up to that influenced you?
Well, I grew up in a household that was really strictly classic country, and my dad was a huge Kiss fan, Def Leppard, and then he would also, play the George Jones and the Conway Twitty and stuff like that. But when I got older, I started playing guitar when I was about 12 or 13 years old, and I started looking up I started looking up music and talking to people, and I think one of the first artists that I discovered was Stoney LaRue, and then that I went down a rabbit hole. I found Cross Canadian Ragweed, and then from there it was Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen, and those guys kind of shaped my writing style. I didn't start writing until I was in my mid-20s, and I noticed that everything I write was stems from that, because that's truly where that's where I'm happy music wise. I love that style. So.
Right. Now your time in the Marine Corps, and I know, and the influence serving has had on your life and music. What has that?
Yeah, absolutely. Spent a lot of time away from home when I was 18, up until I was 22. I was a rifleman, so I did a lot of traveling. We were a deployable unit. We spent a lot of time on boats, and I've been to all kinds of places, and that's truly where I found that's really what inspired me to continue to do this. It's because I loved traveling so much that when I got out, I was hired to be a police officer in Oklahoma City, and COVID had kind of started shutting things down, and they shifted the school. I decided that wasn't what I was going to do, and I picked up guitar again and started playing the same bars I was playing at when I was 15 or 16. But no, that truly kept me going. I mean, honestly, and it made me grow up in a lot of ways. I worked with a lot of great people I still talk to this day,
Right.
and it gave me a sense of professionalism I didn't have before. So I'm really glad I did it. Uh, and I still go to the Marine Corps ball every November and put on my dress blues once a year. Get my hair cut once a year. I only get my hair cut once a year, so
I really
uh,
want you.
yeah, no, just once a year, and then I'll let it grow out for the rest of the year. So
Well, hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for your service.
absolutely.
Thank you so much. Now, with the music, I understand even Texas Couldn't Hold Her was a defining release for you. How did the
Yeah.
track help you kind of move forward and develop your confidence in your sound?
So I know that was the first song that we'd released, and the reason why was because it was still very Texas country, but it was still very traditional. I had a traditional style. I apologize. We have a backup beeper that lets us know something's there, but when you're backing up with a trailer, something's always there.
Oh,
Um, so,
be careful.
but yeah, no, even Texas Couldn't Hold Her was really it was really important to us establishing who we were in Texas country radio, and we did a good job of it. I think that when we got on the chart, um, people were taking an interest in us, and we just kept going, and we found ourselves in the top 10 on the Texas chart, which for me was great. That was our first single, so um, that kind of motivated us to keep going. And we took some time trying to do it a different way and record different things.
Mm-hmm.
Until we finally got a label behind us, and those guys really started taking control of our situation, and they put us out with another single. And Uninvited Guest is doing great. I mean,
Oh,
I love that song. I absolutely love it. So it's
I love it too. It's speaking of the uninvited, how did you come about getting that song?
so the label was working with a couple of people. Jeff Stevens wrote that song, and when we go to Nashville, we do a lot of songwriting. I'm a songwriter, and I work with a lot of songwriters. We kind of just throw each other songs. We pitch each other songs. Songs I write may not fit my voice, and songs other songwriters write may not fit theirs. So what we do is we kind of just throw songs at each other, and the label has a deal with a lot of these guys, and they just kind of take everything everybody's written and pitch it to the same artist on their roster. And when I found that one, I mean, it was just to me, it was the most country song
Yes.
I could record. It was at the time I just couldn't find something more roots, more traditional. Um, it felt like I was staying true to myself, and so it was really easy to sing that one and have some raw emotion in it.
I think you've had like the most spins on it. You're at number 25 with a T3R. I mean,
Yeah,
that's got to be making you proud there.
it's making me extremely happy. I'm putting a lot of work into it. I mean, I've visited probably 30 radio stations in the past 2 months. We haven't been on the radio tour for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
After the incident with the flooding, we kind of took a pause and the whole state really kind of shut down for a while after that. So we've been we've been
Mm.
trying to set up we've been trying to set up events and stuff that we could participate in for the victims of the flood and everything like that. So we've kind of taken a step back, but we're still moving up the charts, which is incredible. I mean, we're seeing this thing go to work, and we're really happy with that.
Kind of tell us any funny stories or maybe some behind the scenes while you were filming Uninvited
Uh,
Guest.
well, there was what we had a problem with rain. I know that, and I was trying to hold a guitar up in one of the scenes, and we were trying to get an outside shot. I couldn't really keep a lot of it because I would be singing the song, and I'd have to, they'd play the song over the speaker, and I'd sing it to try to match up with the words, obviously.
Yep.
And the guitar was wet, and it just kept falling. And it was a really expensive guitar. It wasn't even mine. It was somebody that was letting us borrow it, and
Oh no.
but it kept flipping out of my arms and almost hitting the ground. And so I think at one point, um, you can't really see it, but I kind of just wedged it between the post, and we ended up not using the clip, but it was like the most time spent recording that music video was me trying to hold that guitar up in the rain, and so we ended up not even using any of that.
Oh my.
There's not a yeah, and then there's I mean it was a lot of we spent all day really messing with it and doing 30 different shots of the same thing. I've
Mhm.
never recorded a music video before, so I didn't know what
Oh
to
really?
expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but it turned out great. I was really happy with it, and
It did.
the production that went into it was amazing. I was really impressed with what they could do with that stuff.
Yeah, people don't realize. I mean, you get 2 to 3 hours just on B-roll, just to
Yeah,
fit
that's
into,
right.
what, 3 minutes, however long the song is. People don't realize that the work behind that. That's good though. So, how'd you come about meeting Craig with Arista Media?
I know the label was working with Craig. We talked on the phone, I think, for the first time a couple weeks ago,
Yeah, he's
trying to set this up, and it just like our schedules were going back and forth, and we couldn't get anything to line up. But I know that Robert knows Craig, and he talks very highly of him, and he really wanted to work with him. Um, he's got a good reputation, so we were excited to talk to him and set this thing up. But as far as I know, that's what happened. The label reached out and made that work.
yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy to have in your corner, and I know Tommy, my husband's been dealing with him for many years. He's done a lot of distribution with the videos. So tell everybody where they can go, like the website, social media, where they can get all your merch, your tour dates, and what's going on with you.
Absolutely. So you can go to CaseyChesnuttOfficial.com. I tell people just to Google my name, and all that stuff usually pops up. We have a tour schedule on there. We also have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok is kind of where we post all the behind the scenes stuff and what goes on day to day. Facebook, Instagram is kind of just where we promote a lot of our shows. Yeah, you can find just about anything. And YouTube has got a lot of our unreleased content, unreleased music that we put on the YouTube channel. Uh, so that's a good sneak peek of stuff coming out, and then just about anything you can find information wise. We don't have a merch website quite yet, but we're working on that. So yeah, everybody go check out that tour schedule, because we're everywhere right now. We're in Iowa and headed to Illinois, so we
God,
might be close to you.
yeah. No, hey, thanks so much, Casey. I don't want to take too much of your time, and we really appreciate you visiting with us here at Strike TV. And hey, it's Angela, Casey Chesnutt, right here, Strike TV.